What's up, guys? This is Dapper Tiger here. I just got back from a yard sale. I'm just testing out some of my electronics here. I hope everybody's doing well. I bought like a lot of stuff. Like I have this whole cooler of cassette tapes. I posted some of this stuff on Instagram in my stories and on a post, and I'm trying to do some research. Also trying to do a little testing. Also trying to do some listing. So I hope you guys are doing well today. I don't know if I'm going to get a copyright strike for this, but I kind of want to listen to this this Black Sabbath cassette tape here. Yo, check it out. Like, we got Ozzy by Black Sabbath before. AC/DC. Pink Floyd, The Final Cut. The Cars Greatest Hits, 50 cents. What's up, Calvin? What's up, Mama Duck? How are you guys? A couple of these Stone Temple Pilots. I got all these cassettes, this entire cooler full for $1, which is unreal. So just these two sold together is like 20 bucks just from looking it up. I want to know how much this go for. This Planet Pop 2000. It's got NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Monica, man. 5. And then you 2000 kids. This is like, my sister would have loved all this stuff. Cleopatra ZYC. I have no idea who these people are. But NSYNC, man, look at that Timberlake with the frosted tips. What's up, Harry? Let's see. Oh, I didn't even look through all this. I apparently had a game in here too. Jedi Knights 2. That's what's up. Oh man. About a Bobby Brown CD. Hey, Tracy. Oh. Yo. Alice in Chains. Aerosmith. Huh?
Scissors.
Like
all these pairs of scissors. Like
some might be in the lab. ZZ Top for you Southern rock guys. Yo, it is. It is. I shaved, Joey. I shaved. So you probably don't recognize it. I'm gonna put out a video. But me and Mrs. Dapper Tiger got hitched over the weekend. So she doesn't care for she likes it stubbly. So I decided to, as a wedding gift, to shave it all off, and it'll grow back. I'll do Movember again. I don't know anybody who's like doing Movember. It's for good cause, like where you basically are lazy and you don't shave, and it's to raise money and awareness for testicular cancer and men's cancer. So I've done it. I don't even know. I've done it for like 10 years now, because I had a buddy in college who it runs in his family, and like while we were graduating, he like lost his dad to to prostate cancer. So definitely a good cause for you guys out there. Even if you can't grow facial hair, I couldn't grow facial hair for the longest time. I think that's a good cause to kind of take part of. It's fun. Thanks, Victoria. Yeah, let's see if this. It was working before. I was like listening to some kid like record and like talking to this thing. Yo, Pink Floyd live? What? What is this? Tracy, I think it's all the rage in France. So you be just sophisticated. Bruh, I sold a Patrick Mahomes optics card yesterday. Yeah, those pesky upper lip hairs, even if it's peach fuzz. Is it true if you shave it, it gets thicker? I don't know. It didn't feel like it was true ever
No,
for like the longest time. It's still like Patch Adams over here.
that's not true.
All right, who cares, right? Let's go. This thing sounds awesome. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Hopefully not. All right, it works. I picked this up for $1 too. It works really well. It's not but like, I think it's out for like $15 used on Mercari. I'm very fascinated by this Pink Floyd Live. I want to know where this is from. This is pretty sweet. I know, like, I've kind of seen people list like concert tapes. I don't know if anybody knows anything about concert tapes, but I thought I saw a couple of like Grateful Dead ones like go for some serious money bootlegs, but I have no idea where to place this concert. It just says Pink Floyd Live. I don't know. Whatever. Sean, what's going on? Did you play that Baptist Lotto today? I hope you got somebody good. What'd you get? Was it baseball? Where is... Oh, here we go. Let's move that. Okay. Damn, what's going on? Bill. How are you guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful Thursday. Regina? That is what I'm talking about. But that's awesome. I feel like I don't want to. I wonder if you can get in trouble for selling bootleg cassette tapes. I feel like you would. I don't know. A lot of those guys, like I know some of like the Deadheads, like they've done like side projects now, and they just give all their music away for free. They make all their money doing tours. So I wonder. I hope you're well, Jennifer. I wonder what it would go for. All right. Oh, welcome. Jump in. So I only can like stay here for a little while. I'm trying to stick to my listing every Thursday, being accountable, going live and hanging out with you guys for a little bit. But today, one of my buddies is he's getting married Sunday. Tonight's his rehearsal dinner. So I got to get this done or chip away at it as much as I can. And then I got to get Dapper again for his rehearsal dinner. So Pink Floyd. Sold the recorded pay-per-view wrestling tapes. Oh, was it a good offer, Dan? See, I don't even know. I don't even know where to place it. Like there's one Pink Floyd unlicensed recording of Pink Floyd Live Volume 2 that went for $45. But it's not a bootleg. That'd be what's up. Finding a $45. Do you guys know this band Diamond Rio? Shit, baby just pop. Just like, why is a baby just flying into my screen? What is that?
Superman.
Hey, buddy. Oh. Dana, what's going on? Dana's been going live a lot. I've been getting the notifications on my phone. It's been busy. Haven't been able to pop in like that. Hope all is well. Dude, he is. He says hello. Anyways, check out this, like, look at this hair. Look at the stashes, man. Mows for days. Those are some upper lips to envy, that's for sure. I don't know what Diamond Rio is, but, oh, okay. Let's see. ZZ Top. The only annoying thing, well, not the only annoying thing, but one, besides the nostalgia of like physically putting a cassette tape into he's definitely making the live stream, I know, but he's having a rewind, man. And, now I got to practice patience and wait for this thing to like finish. But let's see, what else? What else is in here? Oh, it kind of gave me this cooler too. I need to clean this cooler out. It's kind of gross. Oh, what? I got Metallica the Black Album. Sick. This is like hands down one of my favorite Metallica albums. What? Loose. No case. Okay. Diamond Rio is good stuff. I'm going to have to check it out in a little bit. Still rewinding. Oh, my goodness. This is so ridiculous. I'm going to try to, like, there's only a couple ones, like, that I can kind of lock together. Like, I might lump, like, the Aussie, like, bless you. I have a Black Sabbath, and I thought I had a second Aussie, but I have a Black Sabbath and an Aussie, Stone Temple Pilots. So I'll probably, lot them together as artists. But then I don't know. Then I have these like random ones. I might do like, like a AC Southern rock, like AC/DC, ZZ Top, Blot. Who knows? I don't even know what this is. Oh, it's Van Halen for unlawful carnal knowledge. All right. Dude, I'm already committed. Still rewinding. Holy smokes. I should have looked at it beforehand and just, see. But it's not, it's actually not a see-through cassette, so I don't even actually know where the tape is. Hey, Heidi, how are you? Thanks, Brian. I got 3 of them. That's one. Her name is Mama, or Aluna. We just call her Mama. They like chilling in the sunshine during the day. Question for the group: what is the best day or time frame to end an auction? I would say Sunday nights. No.
Green's so bad.
Yeah. So like 290 grams. and then like 1 rounded spoonful of coconut oil, and then 2 capfuls of the lemon extract. There's like the bottle's already running out, but you can open a new one. It's up top in the cabinet. All right, finally finish rewinding. Now it's gonna make me wait. Oh. Yes, perfect. This thing sounds awesome. I don't want to get in trouble, but actually it doesn't really matter. I'm not monetized, who cares? That's what's up. Yeah. That's what I heard. That's what I've heard too, Tracy. I guess the idea is, you're kind of catching people, right before they're going to work and on the next day, so they have some free time to look at it and give them some pressure to buy. Sounds like you have your answer. Good luck. I hope you make a ton of cash. Maybe I'll surprise you. All right. Besides all the cassette tapes, I might just like keep this thing because I don't really have anything to test cassettes. Got this for $1, and then for another $1, I got all these Pokemon, all these old Pokemon cards. Well, they're like 2007, but it's like a huge stack. So we'll see. There's nothing superb about it. You have all these like energy cards that always like do well. What's up, Greg? The power is within. All right. Let's see. Do you guys mess with these Pokemon cards at all? Hi, long time no see. Joe, what's going on? So actually, I have all this stuff. I got all this stuff. It's actually Joe's fault. I shouldn't say that. I have Joe to thank. But he messaged me this morning to go check out this 1 yard sale, and the way they marketed it, they showed a SNES, like original SNES, in the box itself with the wires, and the box looked like it was crispy. So, I mean, in good shape. So I wanted to like go check it out. Of course, I get there, and it turns out it's at the guy, like my storage guy's place. He lost my number and never called me. What a butt. So this dude was using his yard, and these two guys, I call them storage guys because that's what they do. They go to storage units, they buy them out, and they just run these big yard sales. So for me, who's limited in space, and I'm just a part-time reseller, like this dude's garage was stuffed to the gills. Holy smokes. Christina like looked at it and she was like, if our house ever looks like that, I'm leaving you. And I believe her. She said it with a lot of conviction. Val, what's going on? Anyways. So my guy, Don, hooked me up with all these cassette tapes, the Pokemon cards, and the cassette player itself. Yeah, let's see. And all these guys. Chimchar. Do you know what a chimchar is?
Yeah, it's a monkey.
It is a monkey.
It's a fire monkey.
It's a fire monkey.
It's like the
2000.
I think it's from the second season.
Yeah, this is a second tier. I don't know these Pokemon. Like, I don't know. What's a
It was,
Metatite? What a
Chimchar,
Metatite?
And
Yeah.
then there's Torterra,
Yo, I don't even know the evolutions.
Piplup.
Pick.
Piplup is a penguin.
Oh. Do you know a Magnezone?
No.
This has got to be worse. Maybe this is worse. Something. I'll check this out. Magnezone, but it's a refractor. So usually the shiny ones go for more money because I, like some of these kids, all have ADD, and we really enjoy shiny things.
Unless it's a shiny Magikarp.
A shiny Magikarp?
I like Magikarp.
I would get a shiny Magikarp. Magnemite Evolution. There you go, Sean. He knows. $20 card for $1. I'll take it. Dude, that's not even like the expensive one. There's like a silver bordered one. It's like going for like 75 graded. It's say $75. That's crazy.
I think I messed up.
You think you messed up?
I put all the chocolate at once.
Oh, you probably did. Supposed to mix in and slow.
I'm gonna just use my.
All right, I'll take it. Hey, sweet. Told you, shiny stuff sells. I don't know. Probably it's probably irrelevant. Unless you want to sell cards, it probably wouldn't be sad about it. Yeah, dude, I got. This was basically all at the sale. What was weird is that, like, I was telling you on the phone how it was two different guys sharing Don's, my storage guy's front yard. So, like, I had to go to the right side to go buy all these cassette tapes and the cassette player and the cards. But then, like, before I even, like, looked at these guys, like, I happened to just, like, walk by and I was going to just pay for these Pokemon cards. And as I was paying, I looked down. I saw the cooler of all these tapes. But when I first got there, the other guy had a whole stack of these vinyls that he clearly pulled out of storage. They smell really kind of grimy, but I pulled the best ones that I could. I bought about 30 of them. Best of Bee Gees, $10 one. A Carole King tapestry, and then I went with a lot of Motown. This this vinyl is by far the most ridiculous. Isaac Hayes, Black Moses. This thing opens up. Oh my goodness. Hold on. You guys don't even know. This is so ridiculous. Oh, can you anticipate it? Oh. Boom. What is this? This is a lot. This is a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you, Isaac Hayes. This is a lot. I don't know what you were thinking when these decisions were made, but, like, dude, I think I should continue the rest of this live stream like this. It is life size.
Show them it goes all the way down to the bottom.
I know, like, it's got his feet. His feet are in it. Like, this is like, oh man, but come on. This is $30. So this record right here, this vinyl right here, basically gets me my money back. So, and it's in excellent condition. So I don't know. I was cracking up when I just got home and I was like, you know what? This thing looks like it opens up and everything. And then it's got, the vinyl sleeve and And the discs are in great shape. I don't really need to clean any of this. So hey, Kevin, this actually will, right before I went to this sale, I recorded something for you. I got to remember to send it over to you.
Yes.
Hey, Annie, how are you? I don't know, and I got stuff. It worked out really cool because I ended up getting some stuff for myself. I enjoy Motown anyway, so I picked up a lot of like, I probably have like 5 or 6 like Smokey Robinson vinyls, 5 or 6 like Temptations, like a Diana Ross, Aretha Franklin. I think I saw one with, it was like Diana Ross, Temptations, and Supreme, mix up, so, or like a collaboration. I'm glad you guys appreciate the the Isaac Hayes fold up. I don't even know how to fold this back up now. Oh, I forgot to show you on the back on the other side. This is even, well, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. I wonder like if he suffers from chronic neck discomfort from this really hefty chain. I don't even know. It's a lot. There's a lot going on. Jacob, what's going on? Yeah, Motown's great. So figure I can like pop some of these in and really like enjoy it while I list them, and can pluck them out of my collection as I sell them. Ugh. I don't even know. I need to figure this out later. So. Dude, and I found, this will be on the video later, but man, I found this one cover. I was so excited. It was an original Woodstock 3 vinyl album. And I picked it up, felt light. Of course, it's empty. Oh my goodness. It's flipping out. Yeah. I didn't even look some of these up, and I should. But I knew, even just like looking at the Isaac Hayes and having sold a few, sold a couple and comped a few, that a lot of like African American artists tend to do well as far as like vinyl records go. Yeah, let's see. There's another one. And then, a lot of these are, they'll go for like $5-10. Like the Bee Gees ones is a $10 one. So I'm going to lot some of these guys up. But it's like, it's cool. Very Mr. T-ish. He only has one chain though. Mr. T has like 20 chains. Yeah, I think I saw. Did you talk about it in an Instagram post? Woodstock. But I think this is Woodstock, New York, not Woodstock, Illinois. This is like the one with Santana and the crazy famous Woodstock. I mean, this is really cool. This is from Diana Ross, Lady Sings the Blues. And it's got a little paper insert in here. It's in fantastic shape. It's like it's a little bit dusty, but take care of that. Let's see what that goes for. Lady Sings the Blues. Oh, dope. Did you, Dana? I feel like Dana did a lot of cool stuff.
Kentucky? Like chocolate? Whoa, chocolate.
Man, the listings are all over the place for this. $25 to $70 for that Diana Ross. Let's see. What's cool is I think I can command a higher price because of how well this album is, or the condition of the album. Lady Sings the Blues.
Oh, you said.
Admittedly, I've never seen it.
Nothing the chocolate. Nothing the chocolate. You want to help mommy? Want any cookies?
Okay, so it's all over the place. This is definitely not one I want to put up on auction because I just see folks, they put it up on auction. There's a couple listings here. Like you saw one sold for $1, another sold for $2.46. But the most recent ones sold for $18, $19 plus shipping. I'll take it. Where'd it go? OSP in the building. What's going on? What's up, 1212 Resale? Hope all is well. Let's see. Oh, there he is. You guys are welcome to join in, hang out. Try to just do a little research, go through all these vinyl records and stuff that I picked up today and get to listing, or at least research a little bit. So much Gladys Knight. It's like Gladys Knight and the Pips. Man, like Jackson 5. Check out this Jackson 5. Look at little Michael. Little Michael. I like little Michael. How funky is your chicken? Song titles are the best. How funky is your chicken? Definitely check out OSP. I think you have a wrench on. I have no idea. I'm not on YouTube right now. I'm just going through StreamYard. So let's see. What is the Jackson 5, the third album, go for? Do you guys do anything in particular to like restore vinyl? For anybody who sells vinyls, do you guys do anything in particular to restore them, to, you know, anything that you guys look out for? Oh yeah, so I basically went out to a garage sale this morning. So Joe Deals online, who's in the chat, I think he's still in here, messaged me this morning. He found a Facebook post about a guy. He basically listed a original Super Nintendo at a garage sale. So I went over looking for that. The guy turns out to be a reseller and a storage guy. And I ended up just like buying all this other stuff. He didn't even have the Super Nintendo there. He's talking about that. He wanted to sell it for $100. To me, it wasn't going to be worth it. After fees and shipping and all that stuff, I don't think I would have gotten more than like maybe $150 without a game. I don't know. So it just wasn't worth it. I felt like I could just do more by fronting less money. And he had like a sleeve protector, and he wasn't willing to come down because people have been hitting up on Facebook. So I said, forget it. I just stuck with the vinyls, and I think I can 10x my money with the vinyls.
My guy.
What's going on, brother?
Chilling, bro. Just was gonna go sourcing today, but there was a citywide, but there was only like 4 sales starting today. And it was like an hour away. So I was like, I'm gonna just wait till tomorrow. So I just I got some free time. Let me hit Target up, see if I can find some cards.
Yeah. Any dice?
Yeah, I got some cards. I didn't go crazy because they aren't the crazy ones. And it wasn't basketball. So I bought them more so just to pop open. But I pulled a couple of decent ones.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, I got two blaster boxes.
And then I think it's two cello
packs. Yeah, 2 cellos. So I spent 54, and the best card I pulled is I pulled a base Joe Burrow.
Okay.
It just recently sold for 49, but it's anywhere from 25 to $50. So
yeah. That's what. So I'm playing a game. I don't know if this is smart or I'm being stupid about it. I have a lot of I have a couple of Joe Burrows, a couple Tuas, and then Jerry Jeudy, CD Lamb. So a bunch of first round drafters.
Yeah.
And I haven't done I'm just not listening to them. I just want to see. I don't know. It's is it because first rounders, it's rare for a lot of first rounders to go Hall of Fame. It's usually the ones you don't expect.
Definitely.
So so it's how long do I hold on to it before the hype wears off? Do I let it go all the way into the wintertime? When you've kind of seen how people played out and Super Bowl's coming through, you wait for them to pop off. Dude, imagine if you held on to Patrick Mahomes rookie card while everything was just going off. Yeah,
for sure. Now I'm more so just trying to get rid of them. It motivated me today because I was I have a few boxes of cards that I kind of just put away. And I know I have a bunch of the NFL rookies, CD Lamb, Jeudy, all those dudes.
Yeah.
For the most part, all the Tuas and Burrows and stuff like that I pulled, I pretty much listed those. But I still have a couple lingering. But the CD Lambs, I got a CD Lamb and Henry Ruggs today too.
Oh, nice.
And those are about $15 cards a piece. So, so it motivated me to go back to my stash.
Dude,
and I know I got those guys in there. So I'm gonna make it a goal today to pull all of those rookies right now and just get them listed today.
Okay.
Because I'm sure they increased in value a little bit compared to when I first looked at them.
Especially with football back now.
For sure. So it helped. And I know I got so a while ago, before baseball season even got close to starting, I bought some cards on Facebook Marketplace, and the reason I bought them is because the dude who took a picture of it, there was a Pat Mahomes, and so I was like, "Oh, I see the picture." I was like, "I want those cards, real cheap." Got a bunch of cards, and I got the cards back home, and there was no Pat Mahomes. So I was like, "I'm not even gonna mess with it." It's a Facebook. It was $20. I got 500 cards. They were just mostly junk, but I pulled a base Fernando Tatis rookie, and and you see the Padre gear, and and at the time it was probably worth about $5, and I just recently checked that card, and it increased to I think one just sold for 40, so it increased crazy. So kind of the long tail game, like you're saying, it's you never know though, because they could be
hard, man.
They could be hot the first 3 weeks and then just tank, or they could So you really don't know, man. So I'm just trying to get rid of them.
Yeah, I mean it's tough, right? Because I'm trying to play it like stocks, but the thing with cards versus stocks, I actually have meters and charts to I know when a stock is going up and down for the most part. I can kind of sense it, but I have no clue when it comes from, when it's just cards and I'm following sports. I mean, at least I like sports. So
For sure. Let me fix my camera.
Yo, Zahir, I was thinking about you the other day because you know what? Fugglers are going off in the United States right now. Apparently, like they've been discontinued so they've been increased in value. Do you know what a fuggler is, Calvin?
Nah, what is that?
Dude, it's like the most hideous stuffed animal. They have like human teeth, or they have like teeth and stuff. I don't know. They look weird, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna get those cards listed today. I'm gonna go through my cards. See, the thing about cards, man, especially when you got to go back and do the research on them, it can be a little time consuming. You know what I'm saying? So at least I know what I'm looking for with the rookies. Oh, nice. So with the rookies, but I'm gonna get some hats listed up today too.
That's what's up.
I listed 5 hats last night, like literally right before I went to bed.
Yeah.
And 5 minutes later, this one sold right here.
Oh, nice. What did it go for?
$49.99.
40. Hey, wake up and you're already $50 richer.
For sure. Like I was still listing stuff because I took 10 pictures.
Oh, okay.
And I listed. That was like the first thing I listed. Probably like 5 minutes later, boom.
That's an even better feeling.
Somebody pay for it. Yeah, definitely.
Yo, check out this hairdo. Oh shit! Look at this girl.
That's that soul glow.
Yeah, man.
That soul glow.
America's soul glow. Sugar Mama baby is from the song. Mellow as a cello.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what's Steve Arrington's Hall of Fame positive power. It looks awesome, man.
Hey, all those tapes, bro, where'd you get those at?
Garage sale, man.
Fire.
Garage sales.
People be sleeping on certain things, man. You just got to get it.
Dude, I mean, like even the cassette tapes, I was walking by and I was just paying for these Pokemon cards and this cassette tape. And I was in line and I was just like looking around underneath a pile of other stuff because these are storage guys. They're just kind of throwing it out there and letting you figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And this dude was pricing everything for $1. So I pulled out the cooler. You know, I like the first thing I pull out is like this guy. So I'm like, I don't know what that is. But then, then I started seeing like Black Sabbath, Stone Temple Pilots, Ozzy Osbourne. I'm like, I'm gonna just scoop these up.
So, for sure.
He didn't. He looked at it. He was like, "Are they any good?" He kind of like flipped through real quick, and he was like, "All right, $1." I was like, "Okay, peace." I started at 9. I got there at 9:30, and I guess there was like really nobody there. And as I was picking these vinyls, 2 other cats rolled up, and they were resellers, and they knew each other, so they were like talking about it, and they were like watching me go through some of the vinyls, and I just kind of went over, introduced myself, and connected with them. And one of the dudes was really cool. He's like, "Yeah, man, I collect and I resell a little bit on the side." So we exchange numbers. He says he looks to kind of get rid of his collection every now and then. I'm like, all right, I'm down. So try and make some of those connections too.
Definitely. I mean, you always got to make the connections, or at least try. At least, you know what I'm saying. Yeah,
but like around here, I don't know how it is over by you, but I know I'm surrounded by a lot of resellers. Even the dude, who sold me the vinyls, he just didn't want to go through this, but he knew the Super Nintendo, he knew that was gold. Like he knew that was easy, at least $150.
Yeah.
So, and he was like talking to me. He's like, "Oh yeah, I think I'm going to sell on Facebook Marketplace to avoid fees." I'm just like, yeah, sure, man, cool.
Yeah. I mean, especially when you go out on a Thursday, man. For the most part, you're gonna run in. You're running into resellers.
Yeah,
for the most part, because resellers are out there heavy on Thursdays. But
middle of the day.
Yep, middle of the day. But yeah, I mean, you do this. If you do this enough in your area, you're gonna see the same faces. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And you kind of you start picking up on what they're looking for. So there's a guy that I know every week. If I see him at a garage sale, he's looking for like lamps and like he's heavy into like copper, like pots and pans and stuff. So he's always looking at that antique vintage sort of stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I know when he's there, I really don't got to worry about him necessarily as my competition. But yeah, you start picking up on the folks that's reselling out here.
Well, what's neat is, kind of like hats, and you're like watching like Kevin when he goes to yard sales. It could be like Sunday, right? Like everybody's trying to go Thursday, and like, what's the point of even going Sunday? Like everybody's picked it over, and he usually finds like good stuff, but it's like stuff you don't really know about, like vintage lawn chairs, or you probably, I don't know, you look at a 70s lawn chair, like, I don't want to ship that.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Shit, I'm sitting in a chair right now that I bought for 20. It's this is like an ab workout thing, and I was like, oh, it folds up decent and stuff. But then when you get it home, you're like, damn, like, okay, it's a little bit of a process.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's opportunities like that all the time, where it's like you look at it and you're like, all right, do I want to go through the shipping process of that or packing process of that? And there's money. There's definitely money in that. I mean, the thing about it, at least for me, that I sleep on sometimes is if I see something like that, especially at the cost that I'm getting at, I could easily just throw it up on Marketplace. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm not going to get as much as I would like on eBay, I could still double my money, or whatever the case may be.
I mean, that's the thing, Have you ever read Tim Ferriss's 4-Hour Work Week?
Man, I have the audiobook, but I didn't listen to it. I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah. So one of the concepts is like relative versus like absolute pay, right?
Yeah.
So if you're making $100 and I'm making $50, on paper it looks great, right? But if you had to work, 3 times the amount that I had to work to earn the $100, is it really worth it then?
Facts.
So, like, is it better that I just try and double down on what was making me $50 for less work, or do I, kill myself to earn that $100 at 3 times the work? So, it's like that's the other thing too, is the whole profits not projects type of thing. But for me, it's like I like digging through this stuff. I don't even mind like wiping them down and like cleaning them up a little bit. But other stuff like, nah, I'm good.
For sure. I mean, I mean that just comes with that comes with the experience of it all. It's like when you're first starting out, you're just desperate to kind of like get those sales and try to find anything, get the scores, and then you get stuff home. You're like, okay, like now what? Now what am I gonna do?
Just gotta go through it.
Yeah, I used to get shoes all the time. Like shoes are one of my favorite things, and I used to get shoes, and even if the profit would be good, but then the shoes would be kind of beat up, not to the point to where they're not salvageable, but they're beat up enough to where I got to put in some work into them. And I would get those type of shoes all the time. And then the more I started buying those shoes, I discovered I was like, man, I'm not trying to sit up here and spend like 30 minutes to clean a pair of shoes. You know what I mean? That's not a crazy amount of time, but still, it's like 30 minutes of doing something I don't enjoy.
Yeah. I mean, at least like you can put that effort towards something that would pay, 30 minutes of listing instead.
For sure.
I mean, like, so.
For sure. I mean, and it's all, I mean, at the end of the day, I guess it's a little bit of a nitpick. I mean, but I'll still buy some shoes sometimes but now the profit has to be on a different level. Where I know I'm going to put in the time and it's worth it. Like I have a baseball bat right now that, I need to put a magic eraser to, and actually a little bit more than that. But I mean, the recent comps right now are like $80 and I got it for $2. So this is like, that's worth it. That's something like that. If you're going to spend $2 on and make 80, I'm willing to put in the time for that, as opposed to spending $5 on some shoes and they sell for 25, but I got to put in like 35, 45 minutes of cleaning them up. It's just like, But I still sprinkle the projects in every once in a while. It really just depends on the cost, man. Yeah.
Like, dude, I don't mind trying to figure out how to fix Super NES or just a regular, like, Nintendo,
Yep.
but I don't know. But as far as like cleaning shoes, I got to a point where like I was buying stuff with like cracked soles and I was trying to like patch them up. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And then like, as you acquire more stuff, now you get more picky because you're running out of space.
Definitely.
And so
definitely like what hats now, I'm just now like I did my buddy who, lives near me, full-time reseller as well. We've been both, going after the hats lately. And so he had got a couple of hats. One of them in particular was, there was 2 Charlotte Hornet hats. And one of them had, the big letters, the big bold letters.
Mm-hmm.
And if he would have listed it this thing was beat up. Listed as is, maybe $10. But I was like, here, let me just take that as a project. Because I never cleaned or restored a hat at this point. Since I was like, let me give it a try, man. Because I've been watching videos. I was like, let me just test it out. So I went to like the store. I got some what's the powder, the cleaning powder, the OxyClean. Got the OxyClean, and then so what I did was I seen there's this one dude on Instagram, old school hats or old school caps.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've seen him or not, but so he had this beat up hat, and what he did was he took he wet the hat, soaked the hat in water, and then he took the OxyClean, and he literally just poured it all over the hat, right? And then he put water on it and kind of made like a paste, and then he just let the hat sit, and he let the OxyClean dwell and kind of lift on its own. Yeah. And he let it sit for like 24 hours. So I was like, let me try that. So I did the same thing. And man, if you let it sit and dwell, it gets kind of messy. So you got to have a spot.
Sure.
But if you let it sit and dwell, man, the difference in that alone is fire. And then after I did that, what I did was I got like a little bucket and put some more OxyClean. And then I also have the OxyClean spray, like the spot remover. So I put a couple of sprays in the water and I just let the hat soak. And got it out, made my little hat mold, did the hairspray, did the wrinkle-free spray, and just let it dry overnight and gave it back to my boy. He was like, I don't even recognize this hat no more, bro. So it was nice, stiff, clean, crisp, and he ended up selling it for $40. So I turned a $10 hat into a $40 hat, and it was a process. So I'm not trying to do that all the time, but if I'm down here anyways, during my day, if that's part of my day where, you kind of got to look at it as like, okay, if you go to work, right? If you got your 9 to 5, you go in there, you kind of got a schedule and you got to, at this time, I got to get this stuff done and get this. So if I'm down there anyways, I could take an hour, work on getting some hats restored, get them in the process, get them going, and then just let them sit and then move on to my next project. So I was like, I kind of looked at it in that aspect of it.
Yeah, dude. But just watching yesterday with was it yesterday or whenever Eric had his live stream?
Yeah,
with Cernok, and Tim was there, and Cernok showing us how to like take the snap and do surgery and put it onto another hat.
Yeah,
they're showing you can stitch it, you can super glue it.
Yep.
If you talking to us about patches, like that's his, but he knows, like if I just have a bucket of not so great hats, I invest in that and use them as parts basically to repair some of my stuff. No different than like somebody who restores like video game consoles.
Yep. Definitely.
They have parts to kind of repair that. I don't know how much space that stuff takes up, but like, he enjoys it. And yeah, dude, like how often is he doing that? But he's churning, each hat $40-$50.
Definitely.
So,
and that's where it kind of makes sense. So, it's a balance. You kind of look, like you say, you look at the 4-hour work week aspect of it.
Yeah.
But then it's also a balance. So if you can get out there, obviously, again, what do they say? The money's in the buy. Like that's where all your money is. So if you're out there, you hit up 2 garage sales, and example, you find 2 Nintendo Wii's and all these games, but the Wii's don't work, but you know how to repair them. But you can get each Wii for $10. Mm-hmm. And if this is what you're doing, you literally. And you can sell them for $150 a pop. Well, if you spend 5 hours working on those Wii's and getting them right, you divide that up by the 300. That's still, it's decent money. So there's ways to look at it. You know, there's a couple of different ways to look at it.
Yeah. You know, to each their own, right? Yo, check this out. Shit. Yo.
Do you know anything about records like in general before you even got those? Do you kind of know which ones to spot to look out for?
I mean, like I was saying before that I look for a lot of like African American artists because those tend to sell well for me. Otherwise, like you know, as far as like bands go, like I'll look for like your classic Southern rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Like not a lot of Grateful Dead stuff will sell, but it just like depends. Obviously, like shirts and stuff like that, you have a lot of like reprints and recopies. So if you find, you know, first prints, that's the best. Like obviously things are coming back now as far as like vinyl records, but the demand is there's only 2 record presses in the US.
Damn.
So the demand isn't even really there to like push it to go higher anymore, but you do have this like select group of audiophiles. So like let's see, when you're looking through them, it's like anything else, you know, I kind of try and make sure like I don't have some of these like corners and stuff. Like sometimes they'll get left in like dingy, wet basements. So you got to check to make sure like the cover doesn't have a whole bunch of like mold on them.
Yeah.
And then when you look at the disc itself, you know, you want to try and look for and make sure you don't have any scratches. And then what can happen too is, you know, from, you know, the mold, you can have little like fungi spots like building up.
Gotcha.
So you got to wipe those down. And I'll use like lighter fluid.
Yep.
With microfiber cloth.
Gotcha.
Kind of going with the grain and just kind of do that. But
because that's the thing, you got to figure with things like that. You know, a lot of the times you come across records. People store their records away in the attic, in the basement. They just don't, and they collect that humidity, and that's how they get all the mildew and stuff.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, if you can get like first edition like 90s rap artists, like if you can get a big LLP, like ask Rev Resell. He had a whole bunch of those. Like
I seen that. I remember he did pretty good with his stash.
Like if you got any of those guys, like your original rap artists will do well. Like a lot of those, the most famous vinyl was that one Wu-Tang Clan album. That pharmacist guy that bought it, it sold for, I think he's bought it for like $1 million, something dumb like that. But
what, Wu-Tang Forever?
Let's see.
Well, because you gotta think about it, bro. Like hip hop DJs are still like heavy, like scratching, spin records.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they're always gonna be looking for that.
So let's see. Martin Scorsese bought it for $7.36 million.
Jeez, and that was brand new seals, right?
Let's see. It's the only copy of the Once Upon a Time in Shaolin. Stupid.
So it was a 1 of 1?
1 of 1.
Damn.
Dude.
Where do you even find that at?
Yeah. Dude, even like Goldfinger Picker, when he was on Tommy's show, talked about how he found this really weird, rare Beatles vinyl in a barn and had a bunch of people look at it. And you know, just to confirm what it was, he sold that thing for $30,000 and he thinks he undersold it. That's bonkers.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I had that. I had that feeling when I sold that hat last night. Like literally 5 minutes to sold it, I was like, damn, I probably should have got like $10, $20 more out of it. You know what I'm saying?
So OSP brings up another good point. So you just got to watch out for warping and stuff like that. And then when you're storing them, I don't like to really store them face down. I like to kind of stand them up. And you got to just be careful nothing's like leaning on them, you know, crack them when you're storing them. But they don't really, I mean, shipping them can kind of be a pain, but you can buy the cardboard sleeves for records.
Yep.
And get a stack of them for like, I think $20 off of Amazon. So it's pretty strict. Yeah, I think it's like a package of 20, 25. So a buck a box.
Yeah.
I have to look up to see how they'll go for pirate ship.
Definitely. Yeah, that's the type of buy that you'll do.
Yeah.
And then and like, for instance, so I figured it out now. So I can do things, I kind of figured out the lot game. So like a while back, I bought some Joyce Mayer, like over 100 Joyce Mayer audio CDs.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen I could have listed them all individually, and they were selling. They weren't crazy fast movers, but they were selling, between $5 to $10 a pop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some a little bit less, but majority, $5 on average. But I was like, I hadn't listed them. They were kind of just sitting. So I was like, man, I just want to get rid of these things, and I know there's some value there. So what I did was I just started lotting them up.
Yeah.
In the 5, and once I started lotting them up in the 5. They start flying, bro. And then so from there, kind of my latest venture of buying a bulk of something that individually you can sell them, but maybe you'll just sit on them a little bit longer, or you can lot them up, sell them a lot faster for a little bit more bulkier of some money. I got some vintage Mad and Cracked magazines, bro, and I've been selling them in lots of 4 or 5, and they've been flying, man. I bought probably 100 of them for $30.
Yeah.
And I probably sold, I don't know, maybe 15 lots of them. Minimum $10 to $15, bro.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Because sometimes, and that's the thing, you would think if you part them out, sometimes they're worth more individually, but even sports games, when you lock them up, that I find that's when you get maximum value for them.
Hell yeah. Like you got to look at games you come across games let's just use Xbox 360, and you come across Madden, Madden 8, Madden 9, Madden 10, Madden 11, Madden 12, or MLB The Show. I sold a couple of lots like that too. I did MLB The Show. I did 11 through 16, and they sell because individually you're going to list them maybe $4 or $5 a pop, but how long are they going to sit? Or you could lot them up, at a wholesale price and get them off.
Well, because Cernock made a good point the other day too about, if I'm a parent and it's come Christmas time and I'm trying to shop for my kid and I don't really, whether or not I know about video games, do I want to go through the hassle of hunting down one game after another, especially for a system that's been out for a while now,
Yeah.
Or do I want to pay for you to shortcut it all for me and just put it all in a box and just send it to me? So
exactly. Yeah. So there's that's something that you learn, you kind of learn as you go too as well. It's you'll come across a bunch of CDs or just a lot of anything, and then you get them home and you're like, damn, why did I buy all this stuff? But then you figure out, well, if I just lot them up like that and put them in bundles, it makes the listing, in a sense, I guess easier, and then people are more enticed to buy, in bulk, especially if it's in certain niches, as opposed to just buying the one. You get more bang for buck, as a buyer.
Well, that or I can just say that I watched Part-Time Pickers or Lonnie or one of those cats just buy everybody out of their stuff.
Exactly.
Well, it's the strategy, right? From a bulk buying strategy, it save more money that way.
Mm-hmm.
But and sometimes when it comes to selling, you might need to do that too to kind of maximize your profits. So it's a case by case thing. So when you're asking me about vinyl, some of this stuff, some of these artists I've never sold before, so I'm kind of just looking up. I thought for sure this Charlie Daniels one would be nice, right? It's in really good shape. Charlie Daniels is fairly well known, but looking at it, he had one auction end, bought it for $1, and his highest sold was $15. So it's all over the place.
Yeah.
But they've been selling. Let's see. There's all these sold comps. That's still, I'm still scrolling. That's from July.
Yeah.
The picture can't even roll it. So it's selling.
Well, that also plays a factor too, right? Sell-through rate. So even if you come across some and it may not be crazy profit, but you know, if you can put a little bit of money in and it's not going to be the most profit, but you know, it's going to turn right away. Things like that is worth it too. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, even if I flipped around, right, and let's just say, because I bought them for $1 a piece, even if I turned around, sold them for $2 and doubled my money, made $60 out of it, or an extra of it, I'm not sure about that.
For sure.
So, the fact that like, that one Isaac Hayes album was like 30.
Mm.
You figure out it's like 30 after fees and if I'm shipping, I still got like 2/3 of my money back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the game, man. There's all, like you said, man. It's all the strategy. You know, mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, like dude, I have all this, like all these Gladys Knights and the Pips, you know, together. You know, I'm gonna lot all these up. You know, maybe there's a Gladys Knight fan out there that wants to listen to them, and then you know, that's for me. I saved myself the trouble of like 5 different listings.
Mm-hmm. I walked past. I went to Target the other day, me and my little boy, and you know, they're kind of put. Well, you can go anywhere now, like department stores, like, but they got the record, you know, like record players and stuff. And I was like, you know, it would kind of be cool just to have one around. But like, and then I look at it, I was like would I literally use it? Like, it's so easy to just pop open Spotify and just go. You know what I'm saying?
Steve, what's going on? I do, you know, and mine's like right behind me, and I like to pull out some of my albums. Like I have some stuff that you can't find on Spotify. Like when I went to Iceland, I found the first rap album ever made from an Icelandic rap group. I don't know, because like I was sitting there, I was walking down the streets of Reykjavik trying to find something to eat, and I heard this dude bumping rap. Yeah, but it was Icelandic. So like, I'm like, I walked into a record shop and I was like, yo, I need some Icelandic rap in my life. He's like, do you want new or you want old? I'm like, old. And there was like, yeah, we have this, like one group. They're called Subterranean, and they were amazing. And it was like some really fresh, like old school rap. It was like you're listening to, I don't know if you know, like Big L.
Of course.
Oh, dude. It sounded like that, but it was Icelandic and they spoke English.
Yeah.
So I got that for like $2.
Yeah. So you're not gonna find nothing like that, especially it being old school.
What was I doing? I was vacationing, man. Reykjavik is beautiful. If you ever get a chance to go, it's amazing. Bro,
every time I hear Iceland, I always think of Mighty Ducks, bro.
Dude,
you know when they play. Remember when they play Iceland?
Yeah, the bad guy.
Yeah,
that's the one where Charlie hurts his wrist, and
Adam Banks,
and then Gordon's like telling him to twist the.
Bro, dropped a stick. Then they discovered Knuckle Puck.
Keenan, I think that's when Keenan peaked. How many kids were like friggin' breaking windows in the early 90s?
You had to do the Knuckle Puck.
Dude, I heard so many people trying that business.
Because
I had a long driveway as a kid, so we would just let it rip. But you can't aim that thing, so it's going all
everywhere, bro. Everywhere, bro. He had people, and you know, I'm born and raised in San Diego, bro. So we don't play hockey out there. We don't. You get lucky and might find a roller hockey league.
Dude,
but, I mean, Mighty Ducks, man. We're out there trying to hit knuckle pucks for sure.
Dude, did you see what's his name, Goldberg?
Bro, did you see? Yeah, I seen the photos of him. My man's looking rough, huh?
Goldberg has seen some rough times after Mighty Ducks.
My man, did he even? I think was he in anything else?
Goldberg?
Yeah.
Let's see, Goldberg.
Trying to think.
Right? That's his name. Or
because you know a few of those actors played in some other stuff. You had Charlie. Charlie was like a big like sitcom, like One Tree Hill. Remember Charlie on One Tree when he?
No, it's Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's Creek. There you go. Dawson's Creek.
What you guys know about that Dawson's Creek?
Dawson's Creek fire, bro. And then Who else did some stuff after on Mighty Ducks from there? Benny the Jet Rodriguez, but that was actually he did Sandlot before Mighty Ducks.
Yeah. Sean Weiss. Where's Sean Weiss done?
Charlie Conway. Charlie Conway was a weenie in part 1, huh?
Yeah, dude. Let's see what Charles in Charge. Oh, he was in. So Goldberg was in Pee Wee's Playhouse.
What?
Oh, he was in Heavyweights. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
He was in Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell?
Yep. Tony Danza Show. He was in an episode of Boy Meets World. A couple episodes of Boy Meets World.
What y'all know about Boy Meets World, man?
Yeah.
Topanga used to be fire, huh?
Yep. Yep. You're killing me, Smalls.
Killing me, Smalls. Classic.
Man, hope your back feels better. Let me tell you, I'm from Cape Cod. Ain't nobody climbing into nobody's window with a ladder. Like, that's because, like, Cape Cod is pretty conservative. So, and there are hippies there too. So it just depends on which side of town you're in.
Yeah.
But a girl climbing into some dude's window randomly in the middle of the night is rarely happening.
Joey and Dawson. That should be the shit.
You know it. Yo, because that was like, what was the first episode? That Charlie kid? His name was like Pacey or whatever.
Pacey.
And he was like, he threw a basketball in some dude's face. That was like the trailer, and he was like sleeping with his teacher. I think we were like
the teacher came later.
What?
The teacher came later. That was like I think we were probably been a couple seasons in.
Yeah, I remember. I was like, oh snap.
Yeah, that used to be fire, man. I used to watch that. Like,
dude, and then they would follow that up with like Seventh Heaven or whatever. You're like,
Seventh Heaven, bro.
But Jessica Biel though,
she was fire back then too, bro. Mm-hmm. Dang, all these shows. Don't tell nobody I watch these shows, man.
Yeah, that's all good. I tell everybody now. Back then, I was like, you watch Dawson's Creek? I was like, no.
What are you talking about?
I never even heard of that show.
Oh, bro. Get John done.
Goldberg was indeed Jewish, but I think he's got like a German last name. It's like the real actor. It's like Weiss.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it, bro. I thought that was like some fake, like tabloid stuff. Cause like it looked nothing like him, bro. Like
he had extreme weight loss.
Like, bro, was stressed out like I don't know. He was super stressed out.
He was dealing with a drug problem, I think.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, man.
But I mean, that's a lot of. I mean, that's kind of the not surprising for like child stars,
It's like the lifestyle, man. I mean, what's his name? Screech? Desmond Diamond or whatever his name is.
Yeah, well,
he had been in like he got tossed in jail for it once.
But he had got into like the porn industry, didn't he?
I think he tried. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he got into the porn industry. He was on that was it Celebrity Boot Camp? Was it one of those type of shows? He was on there with like the Brat.
The Brat.
The Brat. He was on the same like season with the Brat.
Wow, dude! I saw the Brat at the airport one time. She was so nice.
Really?
I walked up to her. She was like with I guess a couple of her bodyguards or friends or whatever, and they were sitting eating and walking. And I'm like, is that the Brat? And you can hear her talk. I'm listening to her talking. It's like really hard to mistake and confuse.
Yeah, you can't mistake that voice.
I was like, "Are you the Brat?" She was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I love your music," and she shook my hand and we like peaced out. Like I felt bad like bothering her and asking her for like an autograph or whatever, but it was like early in the morning. She's just trying to chill. Yeah,
man, it's crazy. It's crazy when you see like people out there. I mean, I think the most I've ever been starstruck or like most people will probably won't know who he is, but Jake Peavy. Jake Peavy used to be a
Pitcher.
fire pitcher for the Pod. He was our ace, bro. Like big time. We haven't had an ace like this in a while.
He came over to the Red Sox and did really well for a while.
Yeah, so I mean, Jake Peavy, I was working at a casino back in the day, and we were told as casino employees, like if you ever see anybody like famous, because this was actually it was Pachanga. So Pachanga is in Temecula, California, and Pachanga is like the second biggest casino in the United States.
Okay.
So it was known, and people would go there, and I seen him like leaving. We had multiple bars in that place, but I seen him leaving, and that was like my favorite player for like 5 years, bro. And then when I seen him, like I was like, oh shit, like Jake Peavy, I was starstruck, bro. Like nervous when I was talking to him. He was like, hey man, he was like, you want me to sign anything? You want an autograph? And for some reason, I was just like, no, man, I'll get in trouble. And then we shook hands, and then he left, and then for like the next week, bro, I was like, why didn't I just get his autograph? Like, it was something that I'm never going to get that opportunity again. You know what I'm saying? But you kind of, to your point though, is like, you kind of see how some of these stars, are when they say, yeah, I just kind of want to be normal. I want to be out. I want to eat dinner. I want to kind of just do my thing without being swarmed. Even though it comes with the territory, I'm conscious of that. So I try to, I want to invade their space.
Yeah. Dude, we are. I mean, at least I'm trying to. I'm doing a little research here. What you guys don't see is like me digging through a pile of vinyls right here in front of me. I'm trying to just separate them and line them up and everything. So I have all these Diana Ross.
Marcus, what up, bro? Yeah, PV, Dan, PV was my dude.
JPV. I met him when he came to Alabama.
Yeah, he was a Bama boy, man.
Yeah, he's from Montgomery, I believe.
Yep.
So he was he came there for one of the ESPN Saturday mornings. So I got to meet him that day. It was neat.
Nice.
He's a nice dude.
And he's not big at all, man. And he used to throw 96 consistently.
That's how like the Giants, the Linscomb.
Oh, bro,
Linscomb
he might have
5'10",
maybe 150 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah.
And used to throw gas. Bro.
That's how my boy Steve Cishek. He's a closer for the White Sox now.
Okay.
And he's like 6'3", so he's got some height to him, but he's skin and bones.
Yeah.
But he knows how to use the physics of his body, and he has I think he has like a 7-foot reach off the mound or something crazy. Like that. But in high school, he was like chucking high 80s, low 90s. It was terrifying.
Oh yeah.
At practice, I'm like, oh no. But
yeah, they use the mound really well.
Yeah.
There's a lot that goes into the fastball.
You definitely need to go to Cape Cod and check out the Cape League. You being a baseball fan.
Yeah, man, we got some good we got the Iowa Cubs out here in Iowa. So minor league baseball, man, like atmospheres are dope. It's really it's really close knit, and the ballparks are always beautiful.
That's where I used to go when I was in Bama. I would go see the Black Barons.
Who are they?
The Cubs. So
okay.
That's where Jordan played when he was like practicing to get ready to go switch over from basketball to baseball.
Yeah.
So he actually played down there. He's got a house in Birmingham. So he and Charles Barkley both live in Birmingham, Alabama, and they like hang out all the time. But him and Terry Francona, who was the manager for the Red Sox for a while, they played together.
Yeah.
Up before he got brought into the White Sox. Yeah.
That shit must have been a shit fest every day he was there. Minor league baseball, but spring. You ever been to a spring training?
Florida, Red Sox spring training.
Spring training is dope too. It's like we went to the Padres spring training out in Peoria.
Yep.
And we were there for like 3 days. But just the fan player interaction Bro, it's like you're up close. It's so fun. Like if you haven't had a chance and you are a fan of a baseball team, like spring training is fire.
Yeah. Brian's going on.
Brian,
I mean,
what's up, bro?
it's cool because you get to like go up, meet them up in personal and stuff.
Yeah.
And then if you're local, depending on the players, like when I used to live in Boston, you have players that would go through the hospital. So I got to meet Johnny Damon.
Nice.
Once. Oh gosh, Trot Nixon. You remember Trot Nixon?
Hell yeah.
So those guys would come around the hospitals all the time and sign baseballs for kids. So my boy's little brother got sick with leukemia, and we were in there hanging out with him, and like they came in and were signing baseballs and stuff. We're like, awesome.
Hell yeah, man. That's dope when players do shit like that. Like going back to the spring training thing now, when I look back on it, man, like, so as the players are like after a game, when the players are leaving the field, actually like the best players, they'll play a couple innings and they leave. And you'll see all the kind of like the people like the high A ball players or, the people that are on the cusp of making the big league roster, they'll still be there sitting down in the dugouts and playing the game. But gradually, like the good players will start leaving. Right. And, so people start lining up at the fence to try to get like autographs or stuff like that. Bro, now looking back on it, like, I don't know if they were like true collectors or they were dealers, but like you see grown ass men, bro, like pushing little kids out the way, like with their folders, like, sign here, sign here, sign here. And the players are like, damn, like, they'll sign them. But like, these dudes were cutthroat, bro. Like, I was like, what are you guys doing with those cars? You know what I'm saying?
Dude, they know that it's not their first rodeo. They know.
For sure.
They're like the same dudes. I'll snatch a fly ball out of a kid's hand.
That's foul. I always thought, though, like getting an actual autograph on a card decreased the value. That's what I always heard.
Yeah, I think the tough thing is to authenticate it and make sure that
that makes sense.
So
that makes sense. So when
what's stopping you from picking up a Sharpie and just like, yo, I just got a John Morant signed.
Facts. Like,
yo, I met Joe Burrow last week. He signed all my rookie cards.
Facts. Do you got any? Are you sitting on any Jaws or Zions?
No Zions, one Ja, and then a couple. I have one Luka. I sold most of my basketball cards.
Okay.
I've been sitting on football mostly right now.
Okay.
And then like really where I went, I didn't really go too heavy into like the football basketball card hype. Because I just didn't know much about it when I was kind of getting into it, and now at this point, man, everything's so picked over. Walmart, I'm not sure if like Walmart at least doesn't want to sell the cards anymore, or if there's just like somebody on the inside who's just like snatching them before they're even like up there, but they're not even bothering like keeping that aisle open. Like they've been filling it with like knickknacks and candy and stuff. So
really. Yeah, man. I kind of like chalked it up as I'm never gonna get that card, bro. I'm never gonna get any basketball cards. Like, there was a point there I was like, kind of not all the time, but I would go there like on Thursdays and Fridays. I would go maybe 2 times a day just to see. And Walmart, bro, like I've never came across, even at Target, like I've never came across any basketball cards. I was always able to get a football or baseball, but football and baseball aren't the basketball. The basketball is the super hype.
Yeah.
So I actually had to go because I bought some cards and I got cards that I'm gonna go through today. I had the sleeves, but I need the top loaders. So I went to the memorabilia store in our local mall, and so just to get some top loaders. And in the case, they had a couple of hangers and a couple of blasters of the Chronicles, the NBA.
Yeah.
But they were selling them eBay prices, and I was tempted. I was like, because I've never cracked an NBA box or anything like that. So I was like, do I just cough up the money right now? I was like, nah, let me pump the brake. Because I'm not gonna pull a jar or Zion. I'm gonna be pissed. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's tough, man. And why they call call it the lotto, but yeah, it's so heartbreaking when you open it up and it's a bunch of scrubs.
Yeah, that's it, man. For sure. Like it's like I spent the 50 today, and I was hesitant, but I was like, I'm gonna crack them. Like I cracked them instantly once I got in the car, because it's fun to crack. You know what I'm saying? They're fun to crack cards.
Dude, it's just as much fun as like a scratch off.
For sure. So it's fun to crack, man. And I was like, I spent 54. I was like, man, you know how much inventory I could buy with this $54 and how much I can turn it into. But I was like, fuck it. Let me have some fun. And I haven't seen those cards yet, anyways. And it made me feel better that I pulled a couple of decent cards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. I mean, I kept telling my wife, I was like, because she was like, why are you buying all these cards? I was like, I don't know. She was like, I promise I won't buy any more cards unless I see a basketball card out there. And I've yet to see one out there in the wild, man. It's to me. I think it's a sketchy game, man. I think it's like you got to really be in with certain people to even get your hands on them at retail.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
That's to keep up with it, and I mean, Eric and I were looking at one store though. Like this guy, his 90-day was $3 million. You know, but who knows what he's like? You know, he's dropping. Like, all right, when you listen to Gary Vee talk about it, right? He has no problem picking up a Giannis card for $7,000 a pop.
Yeah, easy.
He's knowing that they're gonna go for 30, 40
for sure.
5-10 years though. He's okay with sitting on that.
Yeah.
And this is a dude who's investing in Twitter, Uber. He's doing the angel investing stuff, and hands down, even with his own business, he still flips cards. And he you'll listen to him, dog. I listened to him this morning. He was like ragging on his like staff, like when they're like, dude, I told you that, like, you know, buy these cards and they'll flip for whatever. And if you lose money, if you lose money and you get kicked out of your apartment, you can crash on my couch for making you lose all of your money.
Is he still doing tea with Gary Vee?
He was doing some motivational chat this morning.
Okay.
But yeah, something like that.
I seen he just did I guess he's doing some podcasts with two chicks that he's gonna start doing. I was tuned into that a few days ago.
Dude.
But yeah, Gary Vee, I mean his following is so big that he could literally change the market of cards. He has big influence on the market of cards. So he could just be hyping it up. And I'm not saying there's no hype other than Gary Vee, but he's adding to that fire. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely, dude.
I'm not saying it's bad or good, but he's definitely doing it. And to his benefit, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's like just like TikTok, you know. He was like plugging TikTok so hard. And, you know, when you get down to it, it's like, oh, he's been in China a lot. He's got some money on TikTok. Yeah. You know? But you never know.
Well, yeah, I think he is invested. Well, because it was I think I might have heard him from someone on YouTube, but it was wasn't it Musically? And then and he was big on the Musically. You don't hear him talk about it. I mean, was bought, but I mean, he was talking about that all the time.
Yeah.
I think he was invested in the Musically. I think.
Yep. Well, yeah, he was, and now it's become TikTok. That's what Musically is now. So.
And TikTok just sold, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think they were talking about. I don't know if it actually did yet.
Isn't like Oracle, because everyone thought it was going to be Microsoft.
Yeah,
but I think Oracle stepped in and
bottom up.
Crazy.
So I wonder too, right? If you're a person who buys stocks, is it like the Bitcoin effect, where like, basically anybody who got digital currency in their company, if they had like Facebook did it, and a couple other companies had their own digital currency. As soon as they added that, just like adding a .com, their stock prices went up. So that'd be an interesting thing to step back and look at.
Did you ever get into? Do you have any digital currency at all?
I had some Bitcoin to my name and I sold it all.
Yeah.
Like I was mining for a couple of years. Like I had a dedicated computer, and before now you can't really do it anymore because of how many Bitcoins are left. You have to have like a really intense like graphics card to do it.
Yeah.
The way I was doing it, I had these chips that I bought. They're called ASIC chips, and then I had it on a block of like the USB expander ports. Like the ports with a bunch of USB. So I had them. They were like little thumb drives that you pop in. So I had 10 of them going.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had them hooked up to a little Raspberry Pi, which is like a little miniature computer.
Yeah.
And I had to learn a bunch of coding on the fly, but I just had that thing running 24 hours a day mining. And I think I got like 3 and a quarter Bitcoin out of it before I was just like, nah, this is fun. Like I caught it at the top and I let him go. But
so you came up?
Yeah, because at the time I was noticing I was living outside of New York City at the time, and New York City itself just got a Bitcoin ATM. And I had heard about it like maybe 6 months before that. Everybody had been talking about it, and people were starting to make money off of it. That's probably why.
Yeah.
And I was looking into trading stocks at the time. So I figured, man, like, because at that time people were like, it's fake. It's a scam. Who knows? So I'm like, well, if it's a scam, who would bother putting an ATM up?
Yeah.
Like who would do it? Dan, take care, man.
Bro.
But, and then I kind of started going down like the rabbit hole and exploring, but I was like, you know what? It cost me about $100 to buy all the supplies.
Yeah.
And if I even mine a half of one, I was looking at $5,000 in profit.
Facts.
And I was like using the way that I set it up. I had it solar powered, so I wasn't even using the same amount of energy that some of these graphics cards had. So I basically was on low energy.
Yeah.
So maybe my electric bill probably cost like $50, an extra $20 a month after all is said and done.
Nice return.
Like, cash out for 30 grand. Like, okay. Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's a come up for sure. Yeah, I never like I was interested and I was on the fence when it was like when Bitcoin was like at its highest, and I was working at I was selling cars at the time, and then me and one of the guys there, we were also looking at like hemp coin and like the marijuana ones too. Stuff like that, and trying to find something to get in early on. So I think at that point, like Bitcoin was like at when it reached its like peak, what was it at? Like 18?
Yeah, kissed about like 20, almost 20 grand.
Some people really came up, man, during that time, big time. But then you did have the scoundrels and the frauds, the BitConnect dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and then you have like the your Silk Road guys, kind of like ruin it for everybody. And then there's all the different coins that are out there. Like if you got Dogecoin, you were solid, But and then if you're sitting on like Litecoin and all those other things, like you could be sitting on nothing now, and it was worth a little bit something.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Do you think digital currency is inevitable?
Yes.
Like as an everyday, like that's what we're using.
Yes, I do. I do think so. I don't know. Well,
do you think it's over or under 15 years?
Probably under 15.
Wow.
Because you have countries that are already like digital, like I think it's Belgium. Everything's digital, like your social security card, all that stuff is digital. You can vote digitally. All I have to do is go in and like under my profile, I can take care of it. But their internet, their systems are so solid, people don't get their information stolen like that. They don't have leaks and hacks and stuff like that. They're tight, but they're completely digitized. And so if you use it, like it just depends on how you want to use it, right? Because like we can keep track of it. We know there's no like, oh well, we're running out of dollars, we can print more. You're either out, you're out. So, but we can use it in ways like giving one person each, Bitcoin. Let's say Bitcoin. We can give one person one, and we use that as a token to vote. That's your token to vote. And we know there's no way to be fraudulent about it.
Yeah.
But you turn in your token, you use your token, we reissue it out every 4 years or whenever the voting, let's say we use it for presidential elections, right?
Yeah.
We do it out every 4 years. And then in order to use it, to vote, you have to redeem it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can account because there's a ledger, there's an internet ledger. So if we're all in the system, your computer, my computer has to make sure that Bitcoin exchanged hands and it's accounted for.
Yeah.
That's what's tough about it, because there's a lot of logistical stuff. There's a lot of oversight that you need to do. You know what I mean? But there's always a push for decentralizing banks, because if you think of resellers or just the people who have gotten stimulus checks and how irresponsible they've been with their money, you imagine some really just wealthy banker who's just like, you know what? I'm going to double down with this cat's 10 grand, not my money.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's kind of low key, kind of scary.
Yeah, Brian, I am a nerd, man. I still my understanding of blockchains and digital currency is super it's very, very basic. It's very rudimentary. So, but I understand that as far as the uses of it, right now it's the most popular use besides investing is the black market, and it's going to the dark web and buying anything from drugs to body parts with it. So yeah, man, I used to treat this dude from the DEA, and the stories he would tell me about going through the dark web and trying to find figure out where these guys go, where this money is, because they can't trace it,
Yeah,
because it's dark, because it's the dark web. But you have people buying full on organs from other countries with
crazy. I was listening to something the other day.
Yeah.
I don't know how I got into it, but just kind of how people buy organs and stuff like that. But it's I didn't know that they use aborted embryo for vaccines.
Yeah. Okay.
That's crazy to me. I never knew that.
Yeah, man. The stem cells.
Yeah, the stem cells, and they're saying how is there going to be an alternative for the people who aren't willing to take that option?
Yeah.
But I haven't got the flu shot probably since I was 12.
I haven't gotten the flu shot either.
And I don't plan on getting any flu shot. I don't plan on getting any type of shot. I hope there's a vaccine, because I know it'll make everyone else feel better. But I'm not gonna get one regardless. We didn't even get our kids a flu shot last year for the first time.
The only time I've ever gotten a flu was after a flu shot.
Yeah.
And, a lot of the people think so they think FDR.
Yeah.
So the real theory is FDR had polio and stuff, but they the real talk is that FDR got a vaccine and got injured by the vaccine. Got a disease called Guillain-Barré's.
Mm-hmm.
Became paralyzed. I've seen that twice in my career, treating, where this this guy was he's a serious radio disc jockey. And he was about to take Mike the Mad Dog spot. And he was on NFL radio and stuff, dude. And he was climbing up, got a flu shot, within 12 hours became paralyzed. Couldn't breathe. Had to get rushed to the hospital and get put in you ever seen those tanks?
Yeah.
They're called iron lung, and they're supposed to help you breathe. And dude had to get put in one of those and assisted ventilation and stuff. And those don't happen a lot. You know, it is scary that it could, and but you know, it's tough because like then you read like the trials for the vaccine is like they had one dude who has a mysterious illness from it. So
being in that world, bro, like, are you big into like holistics? Do you think like holistics? Because I think holistic medicine and stuff like that has become like super trendy. But some of the people that I follow who like are pure like everything, they feel like whatever you put in your body as far as food goes is gonna heal you, can make you better. Like, and when I listen to those people talk, it's like, I mean, it makes a lot of sense, and everything is like pretty practical the way they explain things.
Yeah. So I mean, it just like it depends, man. Like, cause you know, it's a lot of it's like preying on fears because like, you know, there are some inconsistencies in medicine.
Yeah.
You know, there are people like either doctors don't have time to figure out what's wrong with the patient, or we just don't have an adequate cure for what's wrong with that particular person for that particular problem.
Yeah.
So they turn to other things.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not going to say that it doesn't have its place because we do have a whole archive of like cases of people who got better, or, you know, we don't quite understand why. Yeah. So like in medicine, we kind of like dog the placebo effect, but like you believe that taking a Skittle every day makes you healthier. It could happen. You know, like there's even studies showing like if you thought that your work caused you to be in better shape, more, you know, physically fit, on average, people would lose weight.
Yeah.
Compared to the people who didn't think that. So some of this stuff is your mind is playing tricks on you. There's a placebo effect, but as somebody in medicine, I'm like, dude, if it got my patient better, who cares?
Yeah.
At the end of the day. Because like if you're like my dad who just had cancer treatment, you know, like he's got to take like 10 different medications, and then he's got to take 20 to cover the side effects from the 10 he took. On this whole cocktail stuff. So there's always that stuff that people, you know, they want to get away from, you know, some of the pharma stuff because I don't know. People get it. Like they don't want to deal with a drug dealer all the time too. You know? But and then at the same time, then you have like people, you know, they sell snake oil on top of that, like essential oils and stuff. Like we're like the dude who started Young Living, man, and delivered his own baby and then drowned his own baby in his facility, man. Like I delivered my own kid, but this dude held his baby underwater for like an hour after it was born.
What the fuck?
And this guy is supposed to be the one telling you how to get healthier with, you know, these essential oils. That's not where it came from, you know. And then you have people like they eat it, they drink it.
Yeah.
They live by it, right? You got one problem, there's an essential oil for that. And like taste your own, you know. Does it help a little bit? Do I use it? Yeah. You know, I use it to like, you know, put it on a laundry ball and make my clothes smell nice from time to time. But like I'm not like, you know, I'm feeling anxious. Where's my essential oil?
Where's my eucalyptus?
Yo, give me that lavender. But I know some doctors, they'll tell you, like, you know, if a baby has a fever, you know, not go towards like Tylenol really quickly. Maybe put some lavender and peppermint on the back of their necks and the sole, and that helps. So, and you do have like in England, they actually like, I don't know if you know what MRSA is.
Yeah, heard of it.
It's like a really bad, you know, it's a skin infection. It can be. And it's resistant to, you know, antibiotics. So they found this like old witch's brew recipe, man, like from, you know, like a long time ago. And somehow, like individually, all those ingredients have some sort of effect on antibiotics and wound healing, right? But together, when they put that business together, like it cured it better than what we're like, you know, some dude in a lab coat in a lab with a fine education could figure out.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I use Tiger Balm for everything, brother. Well, I used to. My grandma used to put it on everything. Mosquito Tiger Balm.
Tiger Bomb is fire. What is Dune? What are you talking? What are you talking about? Dune is coming. What is that?
What's that?
Dune?
I don't even know.
Louis too woke.
Louis too woke. I know. I'm not even on Louis' plan, man. I need to take more acid to be on this plane. But all right, dude. My hour, dude. We went like 2 hours, man. I appreciate it.
That's for sure. Yeah, I gotta go pick up these damn kids, bro.
Yeah, dude. I gotta get ready for my boys' rehearsal dinner. So,
all right, Sam. That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
All right.
I appreciate you, everybody. Thank you, guys. Check out the Kelly Hustle if you have not.
I don't put out content anymore, but yeah, let's check
right.
it out.
Maybe you'll accidentally get monetized with all of your past stuff. You know, it's there.
Yeah, I'll be hoping for that.
Calvin is just putting a pause button on his channel. He'll be back soon.
Oh, yeah, it is just a pause. It's a pause.
That's pause button. So yeah. I appreciate you, beautiful people. I hope you guys have a wonderful Thursday. Tonight, Tommy and Tracy are going live. So if you guys don't know that business, go check out Tom, Bernard, and Tracy. They will have their live stream. They go in, I don't even know. Sometimes it's 2 hours. Sometimes it's 20. But
man.
Hey, man, I appreciate you guys. Peace.
Right, later.